Hey, what's going on, and welcome to the Sir Ty Experience. I'm the host, Sir Ty. I'm so excited about today's interview because we have an exclusive with a fabulous director, playwright. She does it all, Miss L.A. Bonds. How are we doing today?
I'm well, thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us all about God Did It. How did this come about?
Well, Ty, this show actually just came about on itself. Literally, God did it.
Yeah.
Because I was inspired by just family in general. You know, my family, my friends' family. When I go home and visit other people's families.
Yeah.
You know, so it was birthed through that. You know, and it was very simple and easy to write because we all are in a family. You know, even if we're an only child, you may be in the family of friends and family at your job. That's a family. And so it was easy.
So all based off, you know, the everyday life.
Everyday life. Every day. And
it's
it's really authentic in its portrayal to families and what families face and what they go through on an everyday basis and even around the holidays.
So, you know, we interviewed the entire cast last episode.
I heard.
And they had a lot to say about working with you.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
But no, it was all good, you know, and you have a wonderful support system. It's like they say, it's like working with family, basically.
Wow.
They come to set, and, you know, though you are detailed, you make them feel warm and welcome, and also give them constructive criticism, because a lot of people, they come to set, okay, now do it, and that's it. But you take the time, and I know, you know, because I've worked with you before on set. You're very detailed and you have a passion behind what you do.
Yes, detail is very important to me because it's usually the small things that matter. It's the small things that matter that people will catch, you know, and theater is one of those no mistake arenas.
Exactly.
Once the lights are on, you're on.
That's it. Yeah.
Action is it, you know, there's no cutting, you know, and so it's very important to make sure that those details are addressed in rehearsals. And plus I have a theater background, and so you know, I know they probably said I'm very detailed. I am very specific.
So tell us about that theater background. What sparked that interest for you to go into the theater and the stage production, you know?
Okay. Yeah, well, I actually as a young girl I went to a performing arts school, and my concentration was theater.
Okay.
And just the performing arts, just the whole thing of performing arts has always attracted me. My parents, you know, they exposed me to a lot of things, you know, in the arts, even dance. I've went to see Alvin Ailey and the dance troupe do Revelations. Yeah, and that's inspiring. When when you're a young child, that's something that you should be exposed to. That culture, it's you know, it's really wide, and so I was inspired from that. And my teacher growing up, his name was Charles Sumners, and he's still alive. He's actually starting another a group, a theater group. And so, you know, just that spark, you know, he helped it, and he birthed this within me along with my parents, and you know,
of course, and like you said about all of the experience that you had coming up, it made you a more well-rounded,
very well-rounded, especially for me in my neighborhood. I grew up in a very urban area. In other terms, the hood. And so
we got a hood folks in my family too.
Just a little hood. But that was, you know, not heard of. For one, I was going to a private school, and also it was a performing arts school, something that none of my friends were fortunate to have. But my parents made sure they took as many jobs as they could to put me through that school and give me that education that now is priceless.
And that's all about
it's taking me where I am.
Exactly, the support. And you had, obviously, we've heard about the wonderful parents that you had to give you those experiences and expose you early on to the things that basically changed your life pretty much.
Absolutely, it changed my life.
So I hear you're an entrepreneur. So tell me all about L.A. Bond Studio.
Wow, LA Bond Studios. Well, we are a full production house.
Okay.
We do stage plays as well as films. We take a liking of many types of stories. I not only produce my own, but I also produce others.
Okay.
And so let everyone know I do produce others.
Very good. Contact her.
Yes, yes, I do. We do a variety of different things actually at the studio house. We have, of course, as you know, auditions and different things like that. But we allow different types of events also at our studio, and I mean, it's just it really can't pinpoint what we do.
Yeah,
we just do it all. And one of our main things, though, throughout the studio house is reaching people and changing lives. That is the mission of our studio. And so whatever it is that comes out of LA Bond Studios, that is what you're going to see.
Wow, awesome. Okay, so was there anyone, let's say, in this industry that inspired you to theater? You know, that you've seen that, hey, I want to be like this individual when I grow up, or you love what they were doing, and that kind of inspired you to say, on this road, I want to be like them or better?
Okay. It's so many people, but I can pinpoint two. One, August Wilson.
Okay.
He is the writer of Fences.
Yes.
And as everyone knows, this is just a marvelous show.
Yes,
it's you know, remarkable in its history by itself. And so it inspired me as a young girl to want to be, you know, in theater.
Exactly.
And learn theater. I know a lot of history just from, you know, from researching August Wilson and all the other greats back then. And so he, of course, is the first one. The second one is my mentor. His name is David Talbert.
Okay.
He's mentored me for 6 years now. Yes. And he kind of birthed. And it is really where our relationship actually started on MySpace. That's so far back.
That's old school, right?
That's so far back. But MySpace, he had did this movie called First Sunday with you know, Tracy Morgan, Cat Williams, Ice Cube.
Exactly.
Great people, great actors, and it was directed by Tim Story.
Okay.
And so wonderful DP.
Exactly.
And so it inspired me. So I was talking with him one time. He's very approachable, very, you know, very personable. Yeah. And so he pretty much said, I was telling him about some insecurities that I was having about doing a play, because I was writing one, but I don't know if I should do it. And he said, you got to do it. You have to take risk. Yeah. And that's what stays in the back of my mind. You know, even when I email him or I don't get a chance to talk to him as much as I used to. Yeah. But even what I was able to shadow him on some things just recently on What My Husband Doesn't Know, that stage production he did with Morris Chestnut and Michelle Williams. But he really sparks that whole, you know, don't second guess yourself, don't doubt yourself, just do it, and with no regards. Yeah. With no regards and no apologies, and I love it. That's awesome. And with that being said, it helps me even now. What I'm going into now is film, and so it's you know, he's really amazing. I really do appreciate what he's done with that.
Talking about theater, stage plays, have you ever acted in something that you directed?
Absolutely not. I'm not an actress.
Really?
And see, the thing is, I know my gifts.
But you have a beautiful personality. I thought you was acting in everything.
No, I do. I have not been in none of the productions that I've written. I've actually never even been in a production that I've produced or been in the back. Never, because I'm not an actress. I know where I'm supposed to be, and it's behind the camera or behind the scenes, and I'm very content with that. I'm very content.
Wow.
I have no desire for that. None.
She made that very clear. Yeah. So let's say someone out there is wanting to be a theater major or actress in this field. What type of advice or influence would you want to give to that individual?
Study.
Yeah.
It's very important to study. Theater is not just, here's a stage, there's a script, know your lines. Yeah. It's about knowing your objectives. Yes. Acting has a lot to do with response and reacting.
That's true.
People don't understand that. and it baffles me because lots of people strive to be in theater but have no clue of what it takes in this industry, and it's not something that you could just, I'm doing it now. You need to study. It's very important to study. Anything that you do, even when you go to a job, the first thing they do is what you do. Get on training.
Yes.
You have to learn before you're able to work, and that's what I believe that people need to do. That if an actor wants to know, that's what they should do. Study.
Yes, and I totally agree, because a lot of people, like you said, coming up think, oh, they're on TV, they're on stage, I can do that too.
I can do that.
And you get up there and it's like, no, I'm gonna need you to have a seat.
You'll have a director like me say no.
Yeah. And that's
go home.
Tough love, yeah.
Yeah, and it's tough love, and I may give you one of my books.
Yeah.
And say one of the books in my I haven't written one, but one of my books in my library, and say you need to study.
Yeah.
Before you're ready to hit the stage. It's not this simple.
Yeah. So with that being said, do you or have you seen in the course of many years of your experience actors maybe doing some things that have bad habits that you maybe don't like? You know what I'm saying? Actors maybe coming in, or I don't know my lines. It's been 2 or 3 weeks, and it's like, what are some of the things that you can just give them to, and along with their study, to help them out especially when they come to work for you?
Yeah. When they come to main thing is be prepared.
Yeah.
Understand professionalism. It's very important, regardless of where you are, amateur or at advanced.
Yes.
Your professional reputation is always at stake.
Yes, it is.
You never want anyone to refer you with a bad rep. And say, you know what, I work with her. Oh yeah, she was great until.
Yeah.
And so it's very important to remember that your professionalism is the reputation that is going to precede you.
That's it.
And so it's very good to make sure that you keep that in mind, as well as it's very important also to be on time. I cannot express that anymore. Yeah. Theater is about lights, camera, action. One thing about me, and most actors know this in Atlanta, and, as well as the other states that surround Georgia.
Yeah.
I close my doors and I lock them when you're late.
Wow.
I don't. The thing is, you have to be on time.
Yeah.
Do you go to work on time? You do.
Yeah.
And so you pay your bills. You do.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to this industry, there should not be any slack.
No.
You should continue that pace into this one as well. Just because, I'm gonna be a sister, or I'm a woman, or it's her own studio house, we can, it's it's an eclectic type of industry. It's not.
Yeah. And that's good
training.
Very
strict.
Yeah, good training, because a lot of actors, it kills the diva mentality early on, especially if you're coming to training. Well, I can show up an hour late.
The door will be locked.
Very good, and you will not be getting in. You know, so
you will be recast. Lots of times, when there's a consistent type of behavior that is not pleasing, usually what I will do is I will bring in their understudy and they will rehearse with them.
Yeah.
And that's very difficult. It's like the battle of the fittest.
You better bring it, or you will be replaced.
You will go
Yes.
You will.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. What is your philosophy on the professional realm of acting?
Okay, that's a good one. To me, my philosophy is acting is reacting.
Wow.
Acting is reacting. People fail to realize acting is reacting.
It basically is.
It's not always about your lines, because when you realize, and I'm one of those directors, when you don't have to know the words word from word, I'm very particular about learning the dialogue.
Okay.
Learn the dialogue, because someone may forget their lines. However, if you remembered the dialougit's you can catch in. You can jump in and catch it and run, and we can all go to the next line.
Yeah.
And that's very important. Acting has a lot to do with reacting.
Yeah.
People, if I said something with an exclamation at the end,
I'm gonna need you to bring that.
I need you to bring that, and I need the one who is in that conversation to react as if it was something to shout about.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And people fail to realize that when I'm telling you, you'll be surprised. You will be surprised.
What is your, let's say, opinion for the difference between a star and an actor?
Okay, a star
arrives
late.
Yeah.
A star arrives late. A star is not hungry. A star has already arrived in their mind.
Wow.
A star does not feel that they need to study anything. However, an actor understands that studying should be an everyday
event. Yes.
Hello? Okay. And an actor is hungry. We don't see Denzel Washington, Felicia Rashad, and Angela Bassett just sitting back and saying, okay, and I've done enough. No, we see them doing monologue presentations. We see them in films, independents, doing just different things. You know, it's a never-ending saga. You know, it's just that's what it does. And so, and that's what an actor does. Now, a diva feels once they have, I have accomplished such and such. Oh, you can tell also a diva who names drops. They never are in my show ever.
Yeah.
Anyone that continuously name drops, I don't care. I don't care who you work with. I have no care in me for who you work with. But what can you do now? That's how I am. Even when it comes to auditions, I really don't even pay attention to resumes.
Wow.
I don't care who you work with. You know.
That's good.
Can you do this now?
Yeah, present day.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so hearing the many hats that you wear, what is your passion behind what all that you do in this entertainment industry?
What is the passion that continues to drive within me? My children and my husband. My children and my husband are a full drive for me. My husband is so supportive. That's good. When I tell you support, even this step and repeat. Okay. Behind me.
Very good. Amen.
Yes. Behind me, hey, we have to have this, and it has to look this way, you know. And he's very supportive,
That's
and I really appreciate him so much to the fact that he owns a nonprofit organization that this show is benefiting. It's benefiting Trinity Outreach Organization. It's a 501c3 organization to feed the homeless since 2009. Okay. And so this show is a benefit production just to also show our appreciation, as well as to help the organization continue and thrive in their mission, which is lending a helping hand. It's very important to reach.
Oh, yes, it is.
You know, and to reach out and reach back.
So with this show, God Did It. Now, November 17th is the day, and the College Park Theater is the place. And I know you're going to have 2 shows. So what would you like to tell our audience? Like, what would be the special niche or the thing that would draw them to say, hey, these are the characters, it's relatable? What would be your advice to them?
You just did it.
I'm saying, for them to come out to not only support, but to have an experience with this production.
This show, the United States or everyone worldwide, this show it relates to family. You can relate to this show on all levels. This show is very authentic in its portrayal to what families face on an everyday basis. There's lots of drama that usually happens, you know, during families. Lots of humor when you're around your family. Good food, by the way, that's being passed on the show set. Just some different things. It's a mini. But you know what I want to say? The reasons why people shouldn't come see this show. If you do not want to laugh, don't come to this show. Wow. If you do not want to be inspired, uplifted, don't come to this show, because everything that I just said will happen. You will laugh. You will be inspired to continue your life and to continue and face those struggles that you may have been facing, you know, with a smile, with courage.
That's it.
Yeah, and that's what this show is about, and I love it. Awesome. I love it. The tagline for the show is so funny because it's so true. We actually, when you think about it, families are like fudge. It's kind of like Forrest Gump. Families are like fudge. What's the mostly sweet with a few nuts, and it's true.
Yeah.
They're like fudge. Families are like fudge, and I love it.
Awesome. Real quick, we'll take one break and stay tuned because you don't want to miss. I have a very important question to ask Ms. Bonds. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sertai Experience. We are here still talking it up with the lovely L.A. Bonds. So tell us, in this industry, being an African-American female, how has it been to your, let's say, staircase of success? Going through the elements, going through the ranks, how has it been? Is it easy? Is it difficult? What have your experience been like in this entertainment industry?
It's very trying. I'm going to be honest, it's very trying, Ty, because I don't think it has anything to do with me being an African American. I think more so it has to do with me being a female under 30. Okay. And so just that in itself, it brings some challenges because one, young people aren't taken seriously already, and for me to actually have my own studio house, have did numerous shows, successful shows that have sold out 3 times over, just those different things like that, it poses challenges with me at board meetings, just different things. So what I have to do is to continue the way how I deliver professionally. That way it can be a statement, that okay, she means business. She's about business. Lots of people think, just because I'm young, I'm not going to be about business. But as you can see, most people that actually even work for me, pretty much everyone I think is older than me, and it's remarkable. It's a blessing in itself, but I enjoy it. But I accept the challenges because I love to meet them.
Okay, so with that being said, you obviously are successful, and when you go into these meetings and meet people, do you think that maybe, I guess, the character or the stuff that they've heard, are they intimidated, you think, or like, well, she's coming in, or, what I'm saying, because you have been so successful in what you've done and proven yourself, obviously, time and time again, do you think maybe on their side, like, wow, I'm a little nervous because you are successful at this age and being a female?
I don't think intimidation comes about. I think more so just like how I am with other individuals, it's prove it. And I think that's where they're at. Most people, when I come into a room, it's not more of, oh, I'm intimidated by her, because I don't give off that persona. It's more of prove that you are who you are and what you can do. And I meet those challenges head on.
There you go. Awesome. So the time is approaching. Yes. Could you tell all of our viewers about, where can they get tickets and the show times and the dates so they can make sure that they be there? Because the Sir Ty Experience, we will support this 100%. So tell us, where can we go to purchase tickets?
God Did It is a stage play. It will be performing at College Park Auditorium November 17th for 2 shows. 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. You can purchase your tickets online at www.goddidit.eventbrite.com, or if you would like to purchase your tickets by phone, you may do so at 678-837-5884, and we have representatives right now standing by.
Awesome. This show is all about dreams.
Yes.
This show is all about inspiring people to the next level, next dimension, next set up in life.
Yes.
So if you have any encouraging words, because I'm also about legacy, what are you leaving behind? What would be your standpoint to say what I'm leaving behind, and also an encouraging word for an individual that may want to be on the same process or route that you took?
The encouraging word that I would like to give that individual is evidence is enough. Don't always go about telling your dreams to everyone. The thing is, most people like to keep you where they knew you.
Wow.
And so if you knew me as, oh, that's the girl from down the street, they would like to keep you there. Lots of people like to keep, and they're very harmless in it, because that's where they know you at. But you can never stay where you were and progress. You can't. And so it's very, very important to remember those 3 words, actually. Evidence is enough. Don't talk about it, be about it.
That's it.
It's enough.
Yeah.
They will see, they will know. You won't have to say a thing.
Wow.
That's the reason why I don't act. Because I don't need, you will see it.
Very good. Yeah. Awesome. I'm so excited, and I thank you so much for this interview, because I've learned so much. Sitting here is like I'm a sponge for wisdom. So just sitting here, I mean, the answers that you have provided us with, just educational wisdom as being produced, and I just want to encourage everyone to back up Miss L.A. Bonds, support everything that she does, flood her email, flood her Facebook, let her know that you love, support all the work that she's doing.
And I read every email. email, every single email, and I respond.
Awesome.
I respond. Just yesterday, I had to respond to 76 emails. So, and I love them.
Yeah.
I love them. Everyone from across the United States that has come. I even have a couple of people in Germany and a couple of people in Korea that has followed me for 4 years, and it's just remarkable to see your name going other places. We have some people in Japan that wants us to bring God Did It there. Who knows?
Wow.
I don't even speak Japanese, but I will figure it out.
But listen, God gonna do it.
God can do it.
He gonna do it, yeah, because he did it already.
Yes.
Awesome. So for all of us to be included in that number, how can we follow your work? What can we reach Miss L.A. Bonds?
Well, we're doing something new at the time. We are being social savvy.
Okay.
So you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and join our conversations anytime that you feel. You can go on our page. It is L.A. Bonds Studios. That is on Facebook. For this show, it is God Did It Atlanta. And so it's very good to be social savvy. And that's what we're trying now. Yeah. Instead of going to a website, we're going to the social media, because that's where everyone is. It is. Everyone is there, and I love to be around everyone. So people who have supported me, friends, family, everything.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say I wish you nothing but mega success, and just kudos. I salute you. Keep doing, never stop, and get to your next dimension, because you're already there. You're on the way, and I thank you so much for doing the interview. Thank you so much for tuning in. There you have it. This is the Sir Ty Experience. Remember, this is the place where dreams live. Until next time.